are here because the outside world rejects you.
All right, so the next bit of Ninja Turtles news has to do with the upcoming Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus comic event. For those who don't know, the Battle Nexus in Ninja Turtles lore is like a big multiverse tournament. If you watched the 2003 Ninja Turtle show, you may remember Michelangelo won the tournament in that version of the Ninja Turtles. But now we're getting a whole new Battle Nexus, this time taking place in the IDW universe. Now it is a multiverse tournament, so it technically takes place in all of the universes. They're all experiencing it. But I think with a little bit of the info that has come out already, it's safe to assume that we're going to follow the IDW Turtles and how they navigate this tournament. Let's go ahead and read some of the new info here. This is coming over here from IGN, and you can see the headline reads, TMNT Battle Nexus pits the multiverses Ninja Turtles against one another. The Turtles of the movies, TV shows, and comics are brought together. Then we read a little further down here, and it says one of the bigger announcements to come out of San Diego Comic-Con 2025 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus, a new series that draws on the entire TMNT multiverse. While the Mirage Comics version of Shredder will be one of the main players in this fighting tournament, it seems that fans can expect many different incarnations of the Turtles to put in an appearance. So yeah, when this was first announced, it was revealed that the original Mirage Comics Shredder, so the black and white comics version of Shredder, will be the main villain in this event. And if you remember from that initial announcement, it seems like that Shredder teams up with 2012 TV show Metalhead, the IDW Comics version of Slash. And I believe they said that this would be the debut of IDW's version of Ninjara. So that's the group that it looks like the IDW Turtles will be dealing most with in this story. But as you saw there in the headline, the Turtles from the movies, TV shows, and comics are being brought together. Let's go ahead and take a look at which versions. There is some more info here in the article. You can see it says IGN can exclusively reveal that each issue of Battle Nexus will include a backup story that pits the Turtles of the movies, animated shows, and comics against one another, all due to the machinations of the villain, Mr. Og. The matchups featured include, and they did have some artwork, some variant covers that show these matchups. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Looks like the first matchup will be the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus the 2024 Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, or the Mutant Mayhem Turtles. They are the same turtles. The next matchup we see there is Eastman and Laird's Turtles, so the Mirage Comics black and white turtles versus the Rise of the TMNT Turtles, which that's going to be an interesting matchup because the original Turtles are so brutal in their fighting style, very ruthless, whereas the Rise Turtles aren't really like that, but they do have their mystical powers. The next matchup you see here is the 1987 show Ninja Turtles versus the TMNT Adventure Comic Series Turtles, so the Archie Comics Turtles. Which funny thing about that is that the Archie comics started off as comic versions of the 1987 show Turtles, but then ended up branching off and doing their own thing. So they have a similar origin, but two different lores. And then the last matchup that you can see here is the 2003 animated show Turtles versus the 2012 animated show Turtles. That's a cool matchup. Both are fan favorites. Curious to see which teams are going to end up on top. As we discussed a minute ago, you did hear that they said these are backup stories to the main story, which I believe the main story is going to focus more on the IDW Turtles and the Mirage Comics Shredder. And it seems like these backup stories will only be one page. You can see right there, it says these one-page backup stories. So all these matchups will probably get one in each issue leading up to the finale. Will be written by TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures writer Eric Burnham and drawn by artist Sarah Meyer, with colors by Luis Antonio Delgado. So overall, I think this is a cool concept. It will be cool to see the 1990 movie Turtles back in action for the first time in 30 years. I saw a lot of people in the comments discussing how they did the Batman 89 comics not that long ago in reference to the 1990 Turtles, maybe doing something similar. That would be pretty cool to see, but as we're seeing here, a one-page story, probably at the end or maybe somewhere in the middle of each one of these issues is where we're going to see these matchups with the main storyline kind of being weaved around that. Last bit of info here is that the first issue of this comic event, Battle Nexus, will be released on November 12th. So that's when it'll hit shelves at comic book shops. But it does say there is a final cutoff order of October 6th. So like if you're ever going to your comic shop and they never have enough of the Turtles comics, you're probably going to want to go and pre-order this before that October 6th cutoff. That way you can secure your copy. But that does it for this news story. Let me know down below. What do you think? Are you excited to see some of these matchups? Who do you think is going to win in these matchups? Let me know the results that you think are going to happen down below in the comments. But that does it for this video. Remember to hit subscribe if you're new and you want to catch more Ninja Turtles news videos like this in your life. That's all we talk about on here is new, old, and upcoming Turtle stuff. Remember to share the video. And as always, I will see you all in a little bit with another one. Take care.